Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is for the month of November. We're already looking into the month of November, right? Scorpio, happy birthday, by the way. Welcome to Scorpio season. And if you are having a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you want to let us know in the comments when your birthday is, we'd all like to say happy birthday to you. Most of us anyway. A lot of people are watching the comments. And if you are just showing up here to these shenanigans, welcome, and I hope you'll stay with this tribe here. So the subscription button is in the bottom right-hand corner if you'd like to stay. And if you are somebody who's showing up here all the time and you are part of this dedicated Scorpio tribe, I appreciate you the most. I thank you so much. All right. Let's find out. The first card I'm going to put down, we're going to use this deck first, this Oracle deck, and the first card I'm going to put down is the energy that you're going to be bringing into November. What is the energy that Scorpio is going to be bringing into November, please? We've got this and that are true. Well, isn't that interesting? This and that are true. I think that you will be making decisions in November and just using your discernment. This and that are true. We do have the dolphin spirit. It is card number 20. And I want to say that it is discernment or the making of decisions. Card number 20 is the judgment card in the tarot. So it feels like opportunities are going to be opening up for you here. I'm looking at this flower here. I feel like opportunities are going to be jumping out at you here. And I feel like you are going to have to use your discernment to find out which is a good opportunity and which is not. It says this and that are true. So two things can be true at the same time, I'm going to say. And maybe it's about so much about discernment and not so much about judgment, like not judging people, but using your discernment to make the best decision for yourself. We do have reclaim your power, the panther spirit. We've got forest. Maybe you are the emperor. Maybe you are someone who carries a business or businesses, or someone who is the final word or the last word, possibly somebody who is like a CEO or a president of something. So reclaim your power. It feels like you've got your eye on something in November. Maybe it'll show up in your cards here. Let's look at the tarot. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio, please. What do we need to know about Scorpio? The first card I'm going to put down here is what you need to leave behind. What you need to just leave sitting on the doorstep in October. What does Scorpio need to leave behind, please? What does Scorpio leave in the past? We've got the Two of Swords. So I feel like the month of November, since it is a month of discernment and possibly making some decisions, what you need to leave in the past is this energy of the Two of Swords. I feel like it's being stuck. I think that's what you should leave in the past. It feels like it's a stuck energy. It feels like I've got at the crossroads. I've got to make a decision, and it's hard for me to make a decision. I feel like decisions are going to be easier for you in the month of November. I feel like what you need to leave in the past is being blocked off to the possibility of other things, because it says this and that are true. So it's not necessarily one clear path that's true. You might have to make decisions along the way, right? Because other things can be true as well. All right. What should you focus inwardly on? What should your inward focus be? The heart of the reading here. Your inward focus should be happiness. I feel like these decisions that you're going to have to make in November, no matter what they are, it feels like you are getting out of this Two of Swords energy because you're having some sort of a breakthrough. So your inward focus should be clarity, should be happiness, maybe family, but it's also about growth. It's about personal, professional, spiritual growth, all the ways that you can grow in your life. And I feel like the reason that you're going to pick back up on your growth is because you're being a little bit more flexible. I know it's hard as a fixed sign to be flexible. I'm a Taurus sun. I'm a fixed sign as well. But I feel like November is going to be a month of being a little more flexible and maybe possibly entertaining the thought that maybe your path isn't always the only path, right? What should your outward focus be? Focus outwardly. Tell me what the outward focus is. It is the Three of Swords. So I feel like this discernment or decision making is going to be helpful in figuring out which way you should not go. It feels like the Three of Swords tells me if it's going to disappoint me, or even think it's going to hurt my feelings or disappoint me or be, heartbreaking, I'm not going to do that thing. I feel like you're reclaiming your power and you're making decisions based on how you feel rather than how other people around you feel. Last card I'm going to put down is what you need to reevaluate in November. What does Scorpio need to reevaluate in November, please? Does Scorpio need to reevaluate in November? The Magician in the reverse. I think that it's about you having clarity, seeing things for miles and miles with great clarity. I feel like what you need to reevaluate is people in your life. There could be people, situations, a job, whatever it is, that could be that you know that they're manipulative. Look, Scorpio, you know when someone's lying, right? Just like the Pisces moon, Scorpio knows when someone is full of it. And I feel like this is what you should reevaluate. Are the right people in your life, Scorpio? I feel like that's what the Magician is telling me in the reverse, because to me, the Magician in the reverse is somebody who's using their tools not for good, but for bad, for manipulation tactics. So it's like a trickster energy when it's in the reverse for me. And I feel like your inner energy here, what you're focused on inwardly is the sun. So I feel like you're going to see these people coming. It's not like you don't normally. I think you do normally see these people coming. But I think you're really going to reevaluate the whole situation as it is. And really, do you need these types of people in your life? All right, let's clarify just a little bit. Tell me about this and that are true. Tell me about Scorpio for November, please. This and that are true. It's the Judgment card, card number 20. It feels like this is going to be a month of decision making for you. And I feel like the decisions you're going to be making are going to be whatever is best for you, not whatever is best for everyone else. Tell me about this and that are true. We've got the Empress. You might have to make some sort of decision about your abundance. So maybe you come toward a situation at the crossroads and it's like, I could buy the house. The house would be good for me. And maybe I shouldn't buy the house. Maybe the house is too expensive, but I can afford the house. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like you need to use your discernment. And it feels like it's probably either about the Empress. It could be for some of you that the Empress is a person, Libra and Taurus, someone who's very loving and kind and abundant, or it could be about abundance. And that's why I was going with the house thing, because I saw a house in my mind's eye, like two houses side by side, and somebody standing trying to make a decision. So it's decisions that, this and that are true. It feels like decisions that maybe are about your abundance, but it could be about the Empress as well. We do have the Five of Pentacles. If this is a person for you, this is somebody that you've been disconnected from, someone that you don't talk to anymore. You may have not spoken with them in years, and maybe one of the decisions you need to make is whether to reach out to them or allow them to reach out to you, like answering the call or the text as it shows up. So it feels like there is a little bit of lack, or maybe you're a person who needs to make a decision between, should I spend all the money? Should I spend all the money on the house, or shouldn't I spend all the money on the house? Maybe if you do spend all the money on the house, it makes you house poor, right? Like, you have a beautiful home, but you can't afford to do anything else but live in the house. Tell me more. We do have the Strength card. And so the Strength card is telling me that you need to have the courage to make the decisions that are best for you, even if it means total lack, even if it means disconnection, even if it means walking away from something that you thought you would never walk away from. So I feel like this and that are true. I feel like it's telling me that you're not going to make any bad decisions this month. All the decisions are going to be what's best for you, Scorpio, and therefore all the decisions are good ones. So just use your discernment. And I feel like it's, with the Strength card here, it does feel like that you're going to have to be courageous to make some decisions here. Okay, so what you're leaving in the past is the Two of Swords. Why is that? Why is Two of Swords being left in the past here? We have the Knight of Pentacles, because you've been there long enough. You've been there long enough, going over details, planning and being strategic. And you've been thinking about it for long enough here. Whatever it is that you're trying to make a decision about, because this and that are true. And it feels like this and that maybe are the Two Swords, right? I could go this way, I could go that way. We do have the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like with the Two of Swords is telling me that you were having a hard time making a decision. That's what you're leaving in the past. The reason you need to leave it in the past is because a decision needs to be made. It's time to move forward here. We do have Three Pentacles, and I want to say that it's time to grow. That, we start at the One Pentacle and we grow a little bit. It feels like there's what you need to leave behind is the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords was hampering your growth or hampering you from moving forward, stopping you from doing the things that you wanted to do because you couldn't make a decision or didn't want to make the wrong decision. The Tower shows up. So I feel like the Tower is showing up because it's time to get you moving here. That's your energy, of course, Scorpio energy. You're having some sort of a revelation or a realization in November about something that you need to leave behind. I really do feel like it's coming quickly or without notice. It feels like it's a decision that you make that's coming quickly without notice that takes you out of this Two of Swords. But it took you a long time to get here. There is a major decision, this and that are true is under here. There's a major decision, card number 20 is judgment, that you need to make, or maybe it's a few of them. There is a realization or some sort of a shift or some sort of a shocking upheaval, something you didn't expect is going to happen in November. And I feel like it's fairly early in November, like maybe the first week and a half or so, maybe the first 2 weeks. It feels like it's, it feels like it is something that you didn't expect to make a decision about right now. We do have what your inward focus is, and that's the Sun. And I feel like that's the reason, like when the Tower and the Sun show up for me, it is a major revelation. It's like it's like your first awakening, or you're waking up to something, or you're having a realization or a breakthrough of some kind. When the Tower and the Sun show up, it's a major revelation. And we also have Judgment, card number 20. So we have three sort of major arcana energies here that are going to, I feel like November is going to be a month, if you've been feeling like stalled or you're stuck here, couldn't make a decision, it's almost like you're going to be pushed forward in the month of November. Things are going to get back on track for you here. Tell me about the Sun. We've got the King of Wands. Yeah, there we go. Decision making, right? The King of Wands never steps forward unless they're prepared to do so, unless they're feeling inspired to do so. And so the King of Wands isn't going in for the loss. The King of Wands is going in for the win. And this person has been through a lot of stuff. So whoever I'm connecting with here, if it's you, Scorpio, I feel like that you are making a decision to feel motivated, to step out into the sun, to take the spotlight and be seen. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. Something brand new is about to start. It could be around the middle of the month. There is some sort of a new opportunity or something in the 3D. It's almost like it could be a face-to-face meeting that you feel inspired maybe to reach out to someone in the 3D and say, hey, how you doing? It could be this Empress, if this Empress is a person for you. And it could be a Leo for some of you. Could be another Scorpio possibly. Tell me more. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. So it feels like things escalate really quickly. I feel like you're about to make one of the biggest decisions of the year. That's what it feels like. One of the biggest decisions of the year is coming up possibly in the month of November for you. It might concern family. It might concern moving jobs. We do have the Page of Pentacles next to the Ten of Pentacles, and it tells me there's a really lucrative opportunity, maybe financial for some of you, coming up in the month of November. And it feels like you're going to take a chance. Now, the King of Wands doesn't usually take large risks because he is a king and runs the kingdom, right? Can't take a lot of large risks with other people's lives. So I feel like the risk that you're going to take is one that's educated. This king has been through a lot of stuff, therefore has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, because this king is the one who's on the throne because they're forged through fire. They've been through a lot of things, and I think that's probably you, Scorpio. And I feel like that there is an opportunity coming in November that is going to be very lucrative. It could come through a family or a group of people that you already know, but it could be a business. And I want to say that the spotlight is on you and the sun is here. So I feel like the breakthrough is that you should take this opportunity because it is going to be very, very lucrative for you here. So we've got the outward focus. What is the outward focus for the Three of Swords, please? Why is the Three of Swords the outward focus? I feel like you've got your eye on people. Like it feels like you're really being very perceptive. I mean, that's you anyway, but I feel like you're really keeping your eye on people here. We do have the Page of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. Wow, this is a lot of really hard energy here. And we have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like your outward focus is you're going to be very, I want to say very leery of people, the ones that might disappoint you. It feels like it's like you've got to feel it out. We've got the Five of Cups and we've got the Page of Wands. It feels like there's going to be people that are going to be reaching out to you or messaging you or coming toward you. And it might be flirty, fun. It might be, come take a risk with me, come on this path, make a split-second decision. I feel like if you do that, it could end up in the Five of Cups. It feels like if you take a risk with people who are in the Three of Swords, who really don't care what happens to you. They really don't care if you book the flight and lose the money or whatever it is. I feel like somebody here who's very sort of, who's very kind of tempting and fun. I feel like they're going to reach out to you to try and get you to make a split-second decision. I feel like if you do, it doesn't work out well. So be sure that you are planned and strategic about what you do. Try not to make, you could have, and there are Scorpios who would make a snap decision, a quick decision, and that would be those who have fire in the rising of the moon. And I feel like it's something that you shouldn't do. I feel like you really need to look over people's intentions really well. The Seven of Wands is telling me that you need to stand up for yourself and protect what's yours. You also need to, because six wands is here. Did I say six swords? Anyway, six wands is here. This is Seven of Wands. Six wands here, people sort of egging you on. Come on, do it, Scorpio, do it. And you're like, no, it doesn't feel right. I don't know that I should. I don't think it's going to have a good outcome. I think you have to make sure that your boundaries are in place, because I feel like there's people in your life who would have no problem manipulating you into doing something fun with them, even if it wasn't in your best interest. Whether it's financially, or maybe you're someone who's a recovered alcoholic and someone's trying to invite you to the bar, or, something small like that. It could be that. I feel like you need to to do whatever's in your best interest. All right. So what do you need to reevaluate? This Magician in the reverse. I feel like you need to figure out who's with you, who's against you. I feel like this Magician is telling me somebody's throwing up smoke screens, people who would take advantage of you in order to make something better for themselves. Tell me about the reevaluation of the Magician in the reverse. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, it is what you need to look out for is people who would manipulate your heart space, people who would manipulate you in love, people who would maybe take you on or want you to go on this trip so you would pay for it. It feels like you need to really watch out for people who are manipulative here, people who come to you with the Ten of Wands and say, woe is me, poor me, I never get this, I never get that, I wish I could find someone to help me. Like, don't pay attention to the damsel in distress, whether they're feminine or masculine. I'm just going to say, I feel like you need to really be focusing on you, focusing on your pentacle world. This is the Eight of Pentacles, which is self-mastery. So I feel like don't let people manipulate you into doing the things that you don't want to do. I feel like you won't, though, because the Tower and the Sun and the Judgment card is here. I feel like you're going to make really good decisions, and I feel like you're going to see the manipulators coming. Don't let them, externally talk you into something when you know that internally you are abundant, right? The Empress is here. You are abundant, and that there are other abundant opportunities arising, even if you turn some people down, even though it might look like fun. It might be temporary fun. I do see that with the Page of Wands, temporary fun, but then it sort of gets you into a place of the Five of Cups, which is the regret. I wished I wouldn't have done that. So just make sure that you are noticing the things that are coming at you. Bottom of the deck is the moon, right? And so I feel like it's like you will not be expecting to have to make these decisions here. We do have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is now shown up here. So I was saying that we were growing, right? Growing, getting on a new path, encouraging yourself to move forward here. So we do have Three Pentacles and the moon. I feel what you don't realize right now as I drop these cards is there's going to be a lot of growth in the month of November and a lot of healing in the month of November. And so I feel like you feel it, but you may not see it at this time. We do have Cancer and Pisces energy. We have some Scorpio. We have Libra and Taurus. We have Gemini and Aries energy. We have more Leo. Those are the energies that I'm seeing here. I'm just going to go for now. I'm going to leave it right there for you. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Happy November to you. And I hope it all works out the way you want it to. I'm going to go for now, Scorpio. Thank you. Bye-bye.